Hi, good morning everybody. It's Saturday, November 7th, and this is RC62, and I'm out here with my little Ruckus. Even though I took it into the shop and had them clean out the gas tank and get the thing running again, it's still running a little rough, and I'm noticing that I have to get the speed up to about 4,000 RPMs before the belt starts engaging and I start moving, which I think is a bit high. So I'm going to crack open the case and take a look at the belt, and also maybe change out my variator weights. So to do that, there are some tools that I'm going to need, and if you are a bike owner, whether you're a qualified mechanic or a complete idiot, and I fall somewhere towards that lower end there, I'm not a complete idiot when it comes to mechanical stuff, but pretty damn close, get a manual. You definitely need a manual. Even if you don't know what the heck you're doing, reading through the manual, the service manual that is, will help you understand a little more about your machine, the things that need to be done for it to keep it running safely. And another great thing is if you read through the service manual, when you take the bike into the shop to have repairs done, maybe you won't get ripped off so bad. You'll kind of sound like you know what the hell you're talking about, and maybe they won't try to fool you. I can't guarantee that, but I can guarantee that if you don't know what you're talking about, a lot of shops will try to throw in excess stuff that you don't need done. So definitely get yourself a manual. So the tools I'm going to be using today, quite simple: a Phillips head screwdriver, some ratchet wrenches, 10mm, 8mm sockets. This little thingy here, which is in case I get a hair in my nose, I can easily yank it out. No, just kidding. That is a spanner, and I'm going to need that to hold the variator as I turn the bolt on it to get it off. Something else that's very important if you do your own maintenance is a torque wrench. This is a somewhat decent one from Sears, so we'll be using that. And of course some bigger ratchets and other tools in case I need them. Anyway, we'll start cracking into this in just a second here. Okay, one of the other things that is definitely very helpful to have on hand are a bunch of rags. We're going to need some clean ones to keep the variator clean. I don't want grease getting on the pulley side of it, because then the belt will slip. So I'll keep one rag up here to keep it nice and clean. And then of course a couple for the hands and whatever else may get gooey or greasy. And let's get into this. Okay, and this just kind of pulls out and drops down. This is the inside of the variator housing. This is for the Kickstarter. And I got to be careful here because this whole piece will fall out, and it gets this whole thing kind of out of alignment. It's a real pain in the butt to put it back. Hopefully you can see that on the camera there. The seal, before I go to put it back on, I'm going to make sure I clean it and get all the gook and little bits of dirt out. This particular case doesn't hold oil or anything, so I don't have to worry about it leaking stuff out, but I don't want water getting in, because then it's going to damage the internal parts here and probably cause the belt to start slipping and just generally gum up the works. And I'm going to clean this out a bit before I put it back on too, because you'll see there's some belt dust where the belt's been wearing. So I'll set that to the side for now. I'll pick up the camera and hopefully give you a better look at this. So on the little Ruckus, this is my variator. This is the external pulley. That's actually the variator way back there that holds the weights. This section is part of the pulley face, and there's a corresponding face here which needs to be kept very clean, both of these, otherwise the belt will slip. My belt seems to be in good shape. This back portion is another pulley system that's held, squeezed tight with springs. And what happens is as this flywheel turns, or actually as the engine turns this pulley here, this flywheel or inside here has additional weights that push against this and then turn the wheel. And I think I'm explaining that right. I don't know if you can see the additional weights and stuff in here. These are much bigger weights, and they push outwards as the pulley, as the engine pulls the belt, it spins this pulley, which spins all this stuff in here and pushes out against this, which then eventually spins the wheel. And as you get going faster, the weights in the variator here start going out further, squeezing this together, causing the belt to pull tighter, pulling it down into the groove back here, which then this whole thing pushes out against the springs, and that gives you your gear ratios. It gets bigger here, smaller here when you're going really fast. As you start going up a hill or slowing down, this gets lower and this gets higher and gives you the lower gears. Anyway, I hope I explained that right, and I hope it made some sense and is of some interest. So anyway, let me get to checking this bugger.